because, me and my sister was talking about that today. She was saying, you can have family and all that. But the thing is, just because they're family, are they your friends? See,
no.
you know what I'm saying?
No.
Not all family right. Not all family.
Let's not even fool ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. Just because, all what we say, so all skin folk ain't kin folk and all that. And so it brings me up to bring something up to, a few years ago. I mean, man, this has probably been about 20 years. I had a cousin that committed suicide. Yes. It was such a shock because nobody had any idea that he was suffering through a mental issue or stress or whatever it was. So the thing is, all that family around, where was his friend that,
that was there to kind of, I mean, but here's the thing. I think that we are programmed to be so strong.
Yeah.
And we're taught that it's a weakness to have some type of mental health instability or, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when we go through things, our default is how do we cope with it without exposing ourselves?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's with family too.
Right.
And so if you don't already have that tight circle, that, tight support system already in place, who do you talk to? I mean, besides a therapist.
Right.
But if you don't have access to a therapist, you're dealing with all of those. And I will, let me be honest, because I'm one of those type of people that withdraw. If I'm going through something, you ain't gonna hear from me.
I don't want to talk to anybody about it.
And part of it, the majority of it is actually very selfless. It sounds selfish, I get it, but it's very selfless.
Right.
I'm very, what's the word? I'm very attuned to the energy that I radiate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I hate for someone to walk in a room and bring the energy down.
It's
or
blower.
To call me and to have low energy and just. I understand we all go through things,
right?
But sometimes some people are a little bit, they're always going through something.
Yeah,
and it's like, God, can you call me with some good news? Just call me to see how I'm doing. So I understand the withdrawing and the not allowing, because a lot of us are guarded. We've been hurt. We've been betrayed,
right?
By friends, family, significant others, whatever,
right?
So a lot of times we put a guard up, and it's kind of hard once you felt that kind of pain to put those or to tear those walls down and let someone in.
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And so I know for me, I don't like to burden anyone. You know what I mean? And so I would rather wait until I'm good, or at least until I can project that I'm good.
Right.
To get. I want to.
What's our producer saying? What, we got comments? Yes. Oh, well, who's commenting? Tell me, man. Shout out the comments. Who's commenting? Well, what's up, Miss Sandy? What's going on, Sandy? What you talking about tonight? Yes, definitely. You got to have that support group. And I got your text, lady. Hey, I'm ready for your birthday party. Hey, I'm going to shout you out live.
Sydney,
I am ready for your birthday party. I got
Happy early birthday.
Send me that information for your flyer, lady. Let's do this. But you
do need that. You need a tight support team. You need people around you that are looking out for your well-being.
Right.
Because sometimes we don't do that for ourselves.
Right.
And we absolutely should. I tell myself sometimes when I'm, seeing negativity or whatever, or I'm feeling bad or I have these, thoughts or whatever, I have to remind myself to see, and this is going to sound real crazy. But sometimes I have to remind myself to see myself through my haters' eyes.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because your haters
are the ones that
I'm just saying.
And that stuff really kind of gets in your head. Because the thing is, like I say, the devil is a lie. Yes. The devil is very real.
Yes.
And what I'll say is when it comes to those moments where I get so deep off into a cliff, I know that I got to trust God. Now, like I say, what I believe is not what I'm forcing anybody else to believe, but please believe you got to have a higher power, because you can get so deep into something that you don't even know how to pull your own self out.
Yes.
So when my girl can't answer the phone for me, when my sisters are not available, I got to have something deeper that I can go to and be like, God, pull me out of this hole. Because I've had those moments late at night by myself. 3-4 o'clock in the morning where I'm like, God, please help me. Let me tell you something. A lot of people that say they don't believe in God, watch what happens when you get yourself into a really bad situation. You're depressed and you're feeling like you just can't go on. Watch what happens when you have to get down on your knees and you're praying to a God that you said you never believed in. So, like I said, the Bible says, you know what I mean?
The best man.
Man, what you talking about?
Learn his lesson.
What you talking about? And in between that, he provides, your family, your support system to keep you going. Because let me tell you, you might have a good day one day, but every day comes with its own problems and struggles, man. And everybody's not always going to be there. When you pick up that phone, some people are busy. You might get a dial tone or you might.
And here's the thing. We got to understand that a lot of it is orchestrated by God.
For that reason.
Because God knows that if you have nothing else to depend on,
where you going to go?
The only place you can go is to him.
Baby.
So the way that he orchestrates, like, oh, so-and-so is not available. Oh, so-and-so is not available. My ears, my shoulders, whatever I'm using as, not necessarily say the crutch, but, sometimes
they can become a crutch, though, to you. Right.
But sometimes God says, I'm the support system I want you to come to.
Exactly.
Come on.
Right.
What did the little boy say? Oh God, what's the little YouTuber? He's a little boy on YouTube, and he has a big famous video. Oh my God, what does he say? Come at me, or what does he say? What does he say?
Look at our producer.
I know, and you're young. You should know.
Right.
He said, "Come at me," or something. I forgot. It was a big popular thing. But,
right.
I mean, you have to go to God.
I'm telling you.
And sometimes that's your sole support. And you have to understand, or you have to be comfortable in leaning solely on God.
Exactly.
Because people are going to disappoint you. People are going to be people, But I was really today just kind of feeling for those people, and I don't know why God laid it on my heart, but just feeling for those people who don't have that.
Or don't even know how to seek that out. It's kind of scary because the thing is, God is never going to leave you alone.
No.
He's never. So even if you're not reaching out for him, he's going to present you opportunities to, mix and mingle with people. He's going to bring people into your life. But ultimately, you have to make the choice. If you're like, I don't want to be bothered with people. I'm depressed. My life sucks. Then you are rejecting what has been presented in front of you.
Yes.
And so ultimately, like I said, it's not to be on, because I know everybody's, I'm spiritual. I'm not Christian. I'm religious. I'm not religious. And so that's not what it's about. This thing is about the fact that, and, getting back to love, relationships, and what Black people, there are statistics that say Black people in general have a high level of depression just due to just some of the things that we're seeing out here in the media,
disease,
right.
And I don't mean to interrupt
No, go for it.
But I was talking to my beautiful godmother, who I love so much. But, which is why it's so important to have elders in your life. It's so important to have, elders that, excuse me, bring the wisdom, because we think we know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
don't every generation.
Oh my God. But, and then, I forgot where I was going with that, right?
Yeah. But the elders and having them in your life.
Right.
I know how important that is, because the thing is, what they can do is they teach you things that you thought you knew, but they're teaching you from their own experience, and they have messed up. They have blown it. They're trying to save you some of the heartache they actually went through.
Sometimes you need to be able to learn from other people and not have to go through it yourself.
Right.
But you have to be willing to listen
and be open.
Yeah.
It's an active thing. It's an active. It doesn't just happen. Everybody has free will. Just know that you can have the free will to go out here and do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want in life, but know that everything comes with a consequence. There's a consequence for every decision that you make. And so, like I say, sis, are you okay today? I know that this pandemic for me was a blessing and a curse. I had been working already from home for about 4 years. So when they said everything's shutting down, I'm an introvert anyway. Oh, everything's shutting down. You can't have any contact. All right, perfect. But it kind of put me into a box where I enjoyed it, but I started feeling a bit isolated as well. And I started feeling some anxiety and I'm hearing things on the news about, the numbers and people dying and the shots and so it created some anxiety in me. I actually had to seek counseling. And when I sought that counseling, the first thing they did after my intake evaluation was to prescribe medication for me. There was no questions about, are there any nutritional, deficiencies? They wanted to put me on Zoloft. Now I'll just go ahead and tell you, I did not take the meds. I wanted to see because I don't like medication. I don't want to get, I've seen what meds and multiple meds have done to people in my family. I didn't even want to go down that road. And I'm like, where is the mental health care that evaluates the fact that we are being bombarded with so much in the media, all of the police shootings and the oppression and the feeling like you're not enough. And if you're separated, you're not going to get married, and your divorce rate, and 40-year-old Black women never being able to find a husband. They don't know what those messages.
Found a husband. Miss Tina lost and found a husband,
and that's what I'm saying.
So I'm just like, oh, girl.
But girl, everything is so negative. That's what I'm saying. Everything is so freaking negative out here.
But that's where I was. That's where I was going. And I'm sorry.
Oh no, I hook you up until you pick back up on your thought process. I got you, dog. I got you.
But I was talking to my godmother, and she was saying she literally, and I had never thought of this before.
Yeah.
But she broke down the word disease.
Yeah.
And she was like, separate the syllables. And what is disease? It's dis-ease. So when we start to stress and our body starts to physiologically react to those stressors and environmental stressors, our bodies then, because we're at dis-ease,
right,
we start to get diseased.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason why it's important for us to stop and thwart stress and say, you know what, to hell with it.
Exactly.
And that's why for the past 2 years, my motto has been, it is what it is.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't care.
It is what it is.
Whatever.
Because if I can't change, and it goes back to that old, if you can't change it, and I forgot, I don't know the actual, I can't remember.
But
God give me the serenity prayer. I think God give me the courage to change the things that I can't change.
And accept the things that I can't.
And the wisdom to know the difference.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you have to learn how to not receive negativity in your spirit.
Exactly.
If you are feeling unloved, you're feeling, undervalued, unappreciated. Listen, we all have those moments.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you can get yourself to a point where you at least have some hope about the future, all it takes is a little bit. All it takes is a tiny bit of hope to know, you know what? All this stuff is for a reason.
Exactly.
And this is a journey.
Right.
And the journey is not about the destination.
Right.
It's actually about the journey.
Exactly.
And what you learn on that journey.
Right.
And so many of us are focused on the destination.
Yeah.
And that's where the stress comes from.
Exactly.
Because the stress comes from, am I going to ever be successful?
Right.
Am I ever going to make it? Is my bank account ever going to have $1 million in it? Or,
Right.
Why stop at $1 million?
Right. Right.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the gusto. I want multi-million,
Right. Hey, Kingdom got what is unlimited.
But at the end of the day, what's important are the millions, and I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
But are the millions important, or are the experiences that you go through in life and making the best out of the experiences that you have?
Man,
that the most important?
It's way more important. When I think about my kids and my, my 3 kids, and everybody's always thinking about, when they're 18, they're gonna go to college and they're gonna. But what about those? Me too. Very guilty. But when you think about those days, those 24 hours in between that time, you think about the time when they said, "Hey, mommy, can you do a movie night with me?" Yeah. And mommy, can you?
I wish I had that.
Girl,
my kids are older now. So
yeah. But you haven't. It's not over yet. See, the thing is, That's the thing. You still have time. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's those memories. It's those little things that we miss out on. And then now we're depressed. We've got the empty nest syndrome, and it's those little things when you were grinding and trying to, get, man, my sister.
Go ahead.
No, my sister was telling me it's about some dude that like checked his whole life and went to live in a cave up in Colorado.
I ain't mad at him.
And that's what I'm saying. He said he was so stress free because he didn't have the stress of bills. And you know what I'm saying?
I have said it from like the beginning of the time that I could actually make the connection.
Right.
Homeless people are the freest people in
the world. I don't care what you say. You might think that, they got to beg for food. Baby, I will give to a homeless man faster than I'll give to a homeless person can get more from me than somebody pretending to be whatever. You know what I mean? So,
or somebody that is able-bodied
and coming around talking about, hey, buy my CD
and to live in a certain way. Right. Sometimes life circumstances land you on the street. Right. So God takes care of, everybody.
Babies and fools, baby.
I mean, what did they say? The eye is on the sparrow.
Exactly.
His eye is on the sparrow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the reason why I sing.
Exactly.
If the sparrows ain't worried about how they gonna eat tomorrow,
then why are we letting this world bear us down? But the thing is, like I say, we're all guilty of it. So it's not to say, hey, I've conquered stress, depression. Yes. I have my days, man. Yes. I have my days.
Yes.
But then I think about what I'm grateful for, the things that I have. We got first world issues. You know what I'm saying?
Rich kids.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Go to these third world countries and understand that if they're happy in their third world conditions, what are we really stressing about, man? Watch out for these meds. Watch out for the stuff that they're trying to feed us to fix you. Sometimes it might just mean just getting more sleep, getting more water, getting some exercise. And just knowing that you got family out there, you got sisters, sometimes strangers, and sometimes strangers will support you more than your own family. I'm talking about for real, because I would tell you when I was building my business and I was going through a lot of stress, a lot of people that didn't even know me, never met me in person, supported me more than my family. And that's not a knock against family. Right. It's just to say that just understand that we're built and bred into a situation where everybody, America's kind of funny, and it's even kind of worse in Black America, where it's all about, getting ahead and not wanting anybody to have more than you have.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy because with so much going around, it's enough.
The pie is big enough for everybody.
I'm talking about to eat. I'm not trying to be a billionaire. I wouldn't want the problems of a billionaire. That's what I'm saying. So let's just kind of, really compartmentalize and think about, what's causing the stress? What, because I have my days I get up, I'm irritated with the kids and I'm like, oh, y'all better clean this room up, clean this house up. And then I got those days where I'm just like chilling and I'll go clean up their mess for them. Yeah. I don't even say nothing to them. I'll go clean it up because it's like, it's not worth it. I'm having a great day. I'll go wash y'all dishes today. I will go clean up your room because mommy's feeling good. But those days when I'm irritable, there's always some kind of trigger. When I wake up in the morning, I don't check my email anymore. I don't check my text messages. Yeah,
because that can be triggering.
It's a trigger for me. It's a trigger for me.
I mean, even like I used to get up and read IG, like,
girl, I don't do it.
And and we all do it. Like I know I'm not the only one, who will read something and be like, oh my God, is that about me? And then you have to think like, I don't even know this.
That's what I'm saying. But
you don't even know me.
Like if you know what I'm saying. If he can get you, busy, and if he can get you first thing in the morning, he can almost have your whole day. So I'm telling you, I see all the dings and the whistles and all that stuff, and I'm telling you, I say nope. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have my time. I'm going to have my devotional time. I'm going to get my mind right. Because it takes me a minute to get right. So people that text me, email, call me and be like, hey, Michelle, girl, I heard it for you. Where you at? I'm not answering the phone. I'm not returning any calls until I get my mind right.
But you know what? Here's the thing. And I because I remember, me, like, how everybody in my real life understands how I am about that phone. I literally detest the invention of cell phones.
Oh my gosh. It's the word. We had beepers and payphones.
Because the fact that people can get to
you that they think they can get to you
time, anytime.
I don't like that. I don't
much.
And the thing is, it's like when they text you or something, they feel like you immediately look at it. And why didn't you immediately reply?
I don't have my cell phone on me when I'm in the house. Usually my daughter can, Trinity can attest.
Right.
It may be on the loudspeaker or, plugged up to the Bluetooth or whatever, where I'm listening to music because music is my calm.
And my getaway.
Right. I can escape into music. And so that's what I do. So if I'm cleaning up the house or if I'm sitting there working on, whatever we're working on, like the music is that's just my happy place. Art is my happy place. And music is my happy place.
Because I'll text you sometime and it'll be like a few hours later when I hear back from you. Or sometimes it'll be and I'm the same way. And you're like, girl, you okay?
Let me say what I have had to do, girl. I've had to modify that though.
Yeah.
Because again,
because you be on Do Not Disturb.
Girl, I stay on Do Not Disturb. My phone stays on.
Right.
But my godmother was like, she's the sweetest person.
Yeah.
But she don't take no shit.
Right. Right.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to say, the bad word. But she don't take no stuff.
Right.
And so she was like, baby, kind of the top of the brown baby.
Yeah.
I understand.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
You're in your own world. I know that things go on, but you have to understand that people don't have to care about you.
Right.
People don't have to call you.
Right.
People don't have to reach out to you and check on you.
Right.
So the most disrespectful thing you can do is to ignore the people that do.
Right. Right.
And so I had to get out of my feelings, get out of my head
about them disrupting your thing.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And was like, I'm gonna take that on the chin, godmother, because you're right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to make people feel like I don't care.
Right. So is there an appropriate time when you need to respond back to a missed call or a text message?
The same day. I mean,
at least within the same day.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's just because what she said was, listen, you could at least pick up the phone to say,
because people get worried.
I'm not in a good space right now. Can I call you when I am?
Right. Now I feel you on that. And so, no, I definitely feel you on that, because the thing is, when people text me and then I get distracted, because I'm telling you, when you got multiple text messages come through, that thing starts to scroll down and you forget. And then you'll have somebody text you back a couple days later and be like, hey girl, you okay? I texted you 2 days ago. And that's when I started to be like, oh man, I'm doing too much. Girl, you know what I'm saying? It's time to slow it down. I'm doing too much.
My anxiety kicks up.
Yeah.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthday.
Right.
I can't. The group text
and all that.
My anxiety be like
on fleek.
Turn the phone off. I can't. I thank you for the happy birthdays.
Right.
I thank you for the Merry Christmas.
Right.
I thank you for the Mother's Day.
Right.
I appreciate the thought. But on that day, please understand, I'm probably not looking.
Exactly.
Because it's just too much coming at me at one time.
As long as they understand. But I love the people that do at least reach out, because there are some that could care less. You know what I'm saying? You get like I said, you get the social media, because see, Facebook's going to tell you when it's somebody's birthday. Girl. So you're going to get all this stuff on your news feed and all that.
And see, change your birthday.
And see,
make your birthday on what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is July what? What's tomorrow, Trinity? Today's the 11th. Tomorrow's July 12th.
Change your birthday to July 12th.
And watch how many birthday.
And then on July 20th, change it again. And see how many people don't even realize it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So the social media stuff is real fake. It's the ones that actually know your number, the ones that actually say, hey girl, I reached out to you. I hadn't heard from you. Are you okay? That's the people that really care about you. So no, I get that. And so, I got to get better at being responding and all that stuff. Now, again, with me being an entrepreneur with, my business, I get business text messages and, and I'm trying to move a lot of my business contacts to email only so that I can keep it separated. But no, I get that. And, honestly, I do appreciate it, because I'll text my sister, Monica, and I'm like, hey, I ain't heard from you in a couple of days, girl. Everything good? Yeah. I started to get worried. I want to make sure my people are okay. So if you got those kind of people in your life, man, thank God that somebody's looking out for you. Somebody's watching. Somebody has not seen you post on Facebook in a while, and they're wondering.
And they're watching.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure that you're okay.
Right.
I mean, and
are you okay, sis? That's all that matters. I mean, even if you're not okay, even if you're just a little okay, just respond and let people know that you're still in the world, because we're so disconnected that.
And we've been dealing with so many suicides,
man,
and especially with Black women,
which like, is on an all-time high. That's not us. We normally, historically, that's not something that Black women do. And when you hear about the numbers, just go and check it out for yourself. Go Google.
I mean, and we've had some major people, some major Black women over the last 2 years, I would say, since the pandemic, to, you know, end their lives.
Exactly.
And so I can only imagine, because from the outside looking in, it looks like these are people that have everything. Like,
go to their social media pages,
a successful career,
right? They got money,
and you know, they go, they're everything,
right?
It looks like on the outside, but you just don't know what people are going through on the inside.
Right.
You know, we had that producer, I think Jazz Waters, who was I want to say her name was Jazz Waters. But she was a producer on one of my favorite shows, This Is Us, you know, and it was just like, what? And you see her posts that are all positive, and, you know, and so you just kind of wonder, like, no, you don't wonder, because you understand.
Exactly.
I understand.
As a Black woman, now, right.
I get it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Everybody else,
that's what you're supposed to do. You can't be weak. You can't show any weakness. And so, like I say, even with everything I'm seeing on social media right now, where everybody's like, hey, you know, self-care, sis, take care of yourself. Do it and stop just listening to it, you know, because I've got, you know, if you start to look for counseling and all that stuff, you're still going to have some family members that say, hey, girl, what's your problem? You know, you good. Shake it off. But they got to know you. They got to know your life. They got to know what's
really know people now.
I don't think so.
I was going to say,
I don't think so. It's so easy to fake the funk now.
I mean, but do we really let people in like that?
No, because the thing is, it's so painful what's inside. If you don't have somebody that you can really reveal a counselor allows you to be able to reveal some of the deepest, darkest, ugliest things in your life without judgment. A safe place. Yeah. Because I think that in my family, you know, we got some ugly stuff and we got some good stuff, but we got ugly stuff. But if I was to talk to my family about the ugly stuff, they don't really want to hear it because they're not ready to deal with it. So there's certain people you can't talk to about those things.
Right.
It's the ugly things that you have to find someone to be able to share that with. So,
I mean, you know, and I want to go back to something you said earlier, just about being interrupted, you know, when you're like, I'm in the middle of something, I don't want to be interrupted, you know. And I shared a story with you, you know, about my mom.
Right.
And about my mom's transition. And I think that was the kind of the moment that I really understood to that song. And I don't know who sings the song, but let go and let God have his way, you know?
Right.
Because, you know, that particular day that my mom actually transitioned, hospice had come in, you know, because she stayed with us. Hospice had come in that day and they said, this is going to be the day, you know?
They said that.
They said that. They said, you know, before they left, they said, this is going to be the day. And I said, okay. Got it. You know, and they left and they said, you know, when it happens, just give us a call and we'll take care of whatever we need to take care of. Okay. And so her regular home aide, who was freaking amazing. I wouldn't have been able to make it through that caregiving experience without her. So shout out to Dolores Thomas. Like she was just amazing, you know.
A godsend,
like godsend, you know. And she couldn't. I think her daughter was graduating from college that day, so she could not make it early in the morning. But what she did was she made sure that one of her colleagues that she trusted, she was there. And so I was in the room with my mom. And I heard the doorbell because I think my husband and the kids had gone somewhere just like really quickly, you know, and I heard the doorbell and I was so out of it. So I went to the door, unlocked the door, opened the door. I didn't even say anything. Like I just walked back to the room. I didn't even know who was at the door. You know? I mean, I knew it was supposed to be the healthcare aide.
Right.
And luckily it was. But I just walked back to the room and, you know, grabbed my mom's hand again. And was just sitting, you know, at the foot of her or at the head of her bed. And I had made a book for her. I had made a book, a storybook of my mom's life for her 67th birthday, and had a birthday party, a surprise birthday party for her, all that, and presented the book to her. And it was funny because I had been interviewing her for months.
Yeah.
And she didn't know.
Right.
Because I would just call her randomly, and just start talking about stuff. Like I knew some things, but I would kind of get more details from her. So by the end of all of that, I was able to, compile her life. And her book was in her room. And so the lady, of course, she was used to this. She came in and she saw the book and she started reading the book. And now I'm holding my mom's hand and mentally I'm processing, today is going to be the day that I lose her.
Right.
Right. So I'm stuck in that train of thought. And the young lady comes in and she gets this book. She's like, "Oh, is this your mom?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm agitated because she starts reading the book and she's like, "Is this your mom?" And asking me about pictures. And I'm like,
you weren't trying to.
And I promise you, Shell, it was literally like God touched my shoulder and was like, "Go with the flow. Go with the flow."
Yeah.
And there was an immediate sense of peace that came over me to where I actively started listening to the story as she told it. I wrote the book. You know what I mean? Like she's reading the entire, like she's reading it because it's pictures, but it's also the story. And she's reading every word in this book. And at that point, after God touched me, I was like, I'm in it. I'm listening. I'm holding my mama's hand and I'm listening, The last page of the book was a picture of me, my husband, my kids. And it said, "We love you, Nana." The moment this lady read, "We love you, Nana and Mommy," my mom took her last breath. The moment she read the last word of the book, my mom took her last breath. I learned in that moment to let God have his way. You know what I mean? Because he orchestrated that moment. He orchestrated this lady who I didn't know coming in and reading my mom's entire life to her as she is transitioning. And the moment that she finished, and it was, I say it was orchestrated by God because God was telling her, now that I look back in hindsight, on this side, "Well done, my child. Well done. Look at what you've accomplished. Come home." You know what I mean? At that point, I knew, if I knew God before, and this is after they had told me my mom was going to go a week before that because she hadn't eaten anything. She couldn't eat. She couldn't drink any water. My mom lived for 2 weeks with no food, no water. Can't nobody come to me and tell me ain't no God.
Right.
God has ordained and orchestrated everything. You know what I mean? And it was a gift, number one, that he gave to her so that she could see her life on this side and know you did everything right, baby. Even though you made some mistakes. We all do. But the fruits that your tree bore, amazing. And you can rest. You know what I mean? And so when I start to, when things happen, and I say all that to say, when things happen and you're like agitated and you don't understand, God is always working. Let him work. Go with the flow. Go with what God's plan is and quit trying to make it your plan. Because he's already orchestrated everything to come out for your good. You know what I mean? That's it. Because I don't want to.
You got me.
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is. It's Sunday. It's supposed to be inspirational. I get it,
but it is inspirational, and so I'm just gonna say that. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. You my dog, and so anytime you've told me this before.
I know.
And so it's not like it's the first time I've heard this.
I want people to understand, like, just how good God is. You know,
right?
Like I'm not a Bible beater at all. You know what I'm saying?
We're definitely not. But what we're telling you is that
I know it's power.
That and that he will meet you where you are. And I mean, we talk about all kind of crazy stuff that goes on in hip hop, social media. It's to bring a message that, man, understand that even when you have done the stupidest, craziest stuff, God still got you. And whatever you believe in, that's on you. But just know that you've got to believe in a higher power, man, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you and him. You're going to have to seek out. There's going to be those dark times when there's nobody there for you. Yes. And so as Black women, as Black people, and as just people in general,
Black men, Black women, Black men,
that's what I'm saying. Humble yourself. Humble yourself to what is hurting you so that you can get past that and be a better person and a better you so that you can leave a legacy. You know what I mean?
It's not worrying about what people think.
It's not, man. Forget all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. All this social media clout and clout chasing.
Crazy. Man. I mean, like, you know what? And what I found is that even for those people who have felt like they've traveled in this life alone, they, have not felt love. They have not felt worthy of love. They, God will always replace what you've lost.
Always.
You know what I mean?
He'll give you double. He'll give you double for your trouble.
He'll always put people in place to replace that. If your mom didn't love you, if your dad didn't love you, he will place people in your lives to give you that love that you thought you missed. But you got to be willing to accept it and able to accept it. And it just.
So, sis,
it is what it is.
Sis, are you okay? You know what I mean? Are you truly
okay?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even are you okay? You
know that you are okay. No matter, even if you're feeling crazy, you feel like you're in a crazy situation, you still okay. Yes. Talk to somebody. Reach out. Reach that higher power. Whatever you believe in, you know what I mean? Reach. You never know who God has put in your path.
He has already ordained, like you said, put in your path.
Make that choice
to bless you from him through them. You know what I mean? It's so important that we understand our own value. We understand who we are. We need to understand that we are somebody. I think we said Jesse Jackson told us that back in the 80s.
Right. We've been saying that. That's been our mantra forever. And I think that it really pushed us through. Because I'm telling you, if any generation or any race of people have a reason to feel down, depressed, because look at how we're, portrayed in the media and how we are looked upon by other cultures. Yeah. But look at what we started and how we started and what our values were. Man, we were about family reunions and love and don't let them take that away from us. Don't let the devil steal this stuff through the media and make us think that
Street was real.
It really happened.
Here's the thing.
It really happened
again.
It will happen again. And matter of fact, it is happening. And so don't let these folks steal, girl.
I'm just saying.
Don't let these folks steal what we've always had, man. This has been Raindrop Convos, man.
It's Sunday, And, you know, Oprah has coined Super Soul Sunday. It's about your soul. And, you know, just really being inspired and really finding and knowing who you are.
Right.
So that you don't accept anything less than what you deserve. That's number one. Because once you know who you are and you know your value, you won't accept anything less.
You got to know your value.
That's it. And that could be for if your mama treating you bad, if your daddy is treating you bad and undervalue or devaluing you, if your, you know, significant other, stand up. Don't take it. You have a place in this world. God, my mom used to wear this shirt all the time. And I used to be like, girl, if you don't throw that shirt away. Because she done made sure that the entire family had the shirt. But the shirt said, I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk. And I know y'all know somebody who had this shirt.
Yeah, I know that's right. Thank you.
I know we all know.
Shout it out.
That was hot in the 90s.
Shout it out in the comments if you knew somebody that wore that shirt, baby. Because, baby,
I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk. My entire family had that shirt due to my mom. Thanks, EDJ. Love you. But you know you're somebody because God don't make no junk. And we have to walk in who we are and stop allowing the world, stop allowing social media, stop allowing your haters, your enemies, people who don't want to see you live up to your fullest potential. Quit allowing them to define who you are. That's just crazy. You know what I mean? We are divine. And we are divine beings because the God that lives within us. And if you think that you're separate from God, you don't get it.
You can't do it, and you can't do this without him.
Because God is right here.
You can't do it without him.
I am totally flawed.
You're right.
Stacey,
I am totally imperfect. I am such an imperfect being.
But baby, the God that resides in me is perfect.
Baby, I have seen some miracles happen during this pandemic.
Do you understand?
I'm telling you, I haven't wanted for anything. When I say that I have not
paid all bills,
my business exploded during the pandemic.
Let me tell you something. I got terminated. I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay.
I want to say some words, but I won't.
All right.
Terminated. Not able to get unemployment because of some BS. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Again, haters. Mm-hmm. You know, people don't like to see positive people. Right. People don't like happy people.
They don't. They want negative. It's like our society thrives on negativity and negative images, and people want to think the worst. It's almost like we're getting to the point where we want to think the worst. You get positive, people like,
girl, I would still have a job if I look broke down.
Big,
looking like some kind of beggar, looking like I had no, body love me. Oh, they would have helped me so much then.
But baby, we can't.
You would not coming here happy
and looking good and looking good. Oh, you don't need no job. You don't need nothing from us.
So we're gonna tear you down.
Exactly.
But you know what? Even through all of that, God was like,
"Watch what I do.
Watch me. Now watch me work.
Watch me and see, don't I?
Wait a minute, watch me work.
Thank you.
That's what God said. Watch me work. So God said, you don't have no job. Right. You don't have no unemployment coming in.
Right.
But guess what you cooking tonight? Steak and potatoes.
That's what I'm saying.
And shrimp and lobster.
I'm talking about.
That's how my God works. I need y'all to know this. I need y'all to know this.
I know that's right.
When it comes to faith, he said it only needs to be the size of a mustard seed.
Exactly.
You know how small a mustard seed is?
Right. I'm telling you, girl. Let me tell you what they say. Don't complain about your plate being full when you pray to God that you wanted to eat.
Baby.
When I say I had so much work coming in, Stacey, it was just it was crazy the number of projects that I had coming in with my business. I was like, wait. So you know what? We ain't go. This has been a good one tonight.
It has, guys. And we hope that you're uplifted.
Like, right. And reach out. Reach out, man. Reach out, info@raindropconvos.com. Visit our website, raindropconvos.com, man. Yeah. This is what we do. This is my dog. And if you ain't got no dog, if you got a dog and you can't get in touch with him,
with an L,
my dog. Okay, I say my dog because we from back in the 90s. We from back in the night where everybody was your dog, back in the all that old craziness. But
I'm from the east side.
Right. But this is my people.
Yes,
and so
this is my sister.
That's what I'm saying. And so that's what we hear. We cover a lot of different topics. Yes. We talk about, what's trending and what's going on in hip hop and relationships and stuff. And it's to offer some type of perspective so that you guys know that, this stuff is social media at the end of the day. And we're trying to thwart all that. Yeah, it might not be popular. It might not be, viral content, but we are here to talk to people that are really looking, to hear this type of uplifting information and find out, our perspective on what's going on with love and relationships and family. Because we want to see, restoration in our community at the end of the day, period.
Restoration, re-energization, but hey,
all that, whatever. But we need to see our community re-energized. Because we're seeing a lot of negativity. We're seeing a lot of negativity out there. I don't watch TV anymore because it's just full of negativity. So we're here to offer a podcast that offers hopefully something different, a different perspective. Yeah. So please do like, share, follow, comment. Let us know, what you've been through and what you have experienced in your life. And like I say, this has been your girl Michelle at Raindrop Convos and
Stacy. What's going on, guys? That's our signature. Y'all
exactly. Catch us on the next one. Man.
Thank you to our sponsor, repyourcityga.com.
Yes,
that's our sponsor. So guys, please go check them out. Please see, what they have to offer. Atlanta Vintage t-shirt line. This stuff is on point.
I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. If you're from the ATL, if you're real ATLian,
if you know about Jelly Beans, you know about Golden Glide, you know about Magic City, all that, you know about Blue Flame,
Cascade, Skating Ring, man, you're gonna love the shop. So repyourcityga.com, our
Grand
sponsor.
Street, we need you to go out because we know you listening,
right?
And we know you gonna hear it.
Exactly.
Grand Street gonna get one of them Blue Flame shops.
So holla at us and catch us on the next one. We definitely plan to make Sundays are definitely, the time that we go video live with you guys. We do have our audio podcast during the rest of the week, but do catch us on these Sunday lives, man. We love it. We love y'all. Guys, and this has been a good one. She got me choked up and teared up, man. I gotta go. I love y'all.
Love y'all. Thanks so much for listening.
Peace.
Hope that you leave today feeling uplifted and ready to go and face next week with a warrior spirit.
Man, you're a lion.
Yeah,
you're a lion, man.
Because you got God behind you.
Deuces. Peace.